welcome to another episode of Chick Chat. Sitting here with my friends, Mary, Julia, and Jill.
Hello.
We're so happy that you joined us again. So now we get to welcome in the year 2017. Yay!
Yay!
So a little
Cheers.
cheers to that.
Cheers to 2017. We can't mess up as much as Mariah Carey did last night.
So true.
Did you guys see that?
I saw it on the replay, and of course, all the memes that are coming across social media.
That was a train wreck.
Oh, I want to feel bad for her, but I can't because she's so arrogant.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, each time that I've never been a fan, so I'll start by saying that. She has a beautiful voice, but there's like no part of her that's humble. She never shows any personality other than diva, and so it's really hard to like her.
Mm-hmm.
And so when she just kept flubbing up and not even singing the lyrics to her song, I was like, I could sing the lyrics to her song, and I don't even like her. Why can't she? I couldn't
I
understand.
think she had started celebrating New Year's Eve a little early.
I thought the same. When I first saw it, I was like, what is she on it? I mean,
you first saw it. Was what is she wearing?
Oh my gosh, that first outfit it's like a bathing suit, and I'm just like, it's New York City. It is New Year's Eve.
Yes.
It is cold.
I don't think there was enough of it to be called an outfit.
It was more like an undergarment.
That's true. Maybe she forgot to put the outer layer on, and then she forgot to sing.
Oh my! And just, you know, she's like, I'll fix my hair and my necklace. Like, I was just like, what is she doing? Like, and she's like, Happy New Year's Eve. I'm like, what is happening?
I have to say, I mean, I get it. I've certainly messed up lyrics to songs many, many, many times. There's a lot of pressure, but she didn't even try.
No.
I mean, she didn't even come in during the chorus.
Second.
I was like, sing the chorus, and she was like, I'll just let the audience sing.
Oh.
And then she wasn't singing with them, and everybody else was like, no. No.
Wow.
So,
Well, I liked how the cameras would leave the stage to film the other people in the audience singing along to the song, and then, you know, I actually went back and watched it a second time on video because I was just like, I need to see this again. I mean, I hate to say it, but things like that, I'm like, it'll never be that bad for me.
Yeah.
So I watched it again, and then she was telling her dancers carry me down the stairs, and I was. Who does that? Who can't walk down the stairs? Why would you? I mean, okay, she was in high heels. I've worn high heels like that. I understand the threat of falling.
Right.
But
it just was crazy. Did you see it?
I sure did.
Yeah. Do you are you a fan?
I am not a fan.
Yeah.
So inside I was kind of like, you deserve that. Just saying.
but I
Did too.
I hated it as a woman because unfortunately she plays that stereotypical she sexualizes herself, and instead of empowering women, I think it's a negative thing. But I hate to see it and say, oh, I'm really glad she messed up that bad or it was that bad, because, you know, it's embarrassing for her. But as a woman, I'm like, oh, it's not good for us.
Yeah.
It was not great.
Well, I would like to be able to support anyone, and certainly a woman who's in that industry, but it is hard sometimes with some people's. And she is mega talented. Very, very beautiful voice. The notes that she can hit, amazing. But her diva attitude, everything being
It
about.
overshadows all of that.
Oh, yes. Just the sexual nature of everything she does is. I can't get behind her. It makes me crazy.
Well, thank you for just blowing my first resolution to be nicer and kinder. So that's out the window.
That's out.
Well, you haven't been too ugly. We've been saying it all. So maybe you still can. So that leads into resolutions. Did you make resolutions for the new year?
Well, I did. I made a few. They were kind of boring, and as Jill said, oh, you're not supposed to make resolutions. You're just setting yourself up for disaster and failure. But I'm going to try really hard this year to be more appreciative of what I have. I think sometimes, I take everything for granted. at my age, I know I'm blessed to, have pretty good health, have a wonderful family. I guess I just need to.
A cutie husband.
A cutie husband. Yes, I do. I just want to I want to make myself more aware of it and think about it more often, how lucky I am to live in a wonderful country. I live in a beautiful little town. I have lots of friends and a wonderful family, and I just need to be a little more appreciative of that and not just take it for granted because...
It's easy to do.
Yeah, it is.
It's easy.
It is. But anyway, that's...
Did you guys set resolutions?
Oh, no. As Mary
Or
said,
goals?
I will not set a resolution.
Okay, maybe resolution's the wrong word. Do you have goals for
Goals, that's a
2017
better-
that you're hoping to achieve?
Yeah. Trying to get a little more organized, I guess. Having so much going on and, kind of getting everything so that it doesn't feel so crazy. That's probably my my goal.
Your goal.
My goal. Yeah.
Yeah, I normally don't set resolutions per se. I think I'm constantly trying to improve. So that's not something that is, I wait for a date to start. I'm not one of these people that's going to say I'm going to lose weight or I'm going to work out more because if I feel the need, I'm just going to do it. So I definitely I have goals for 2017. It's going to be a great year. I'm going to travel. I've got some trips planned. I'm going to start my next degree.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah, I'm really
Wonderful.
excited. I'm going to start working towards my MBA. So I'm really excited about that.
That's awesome.
A little anxious about it, as a working, busy mom, to add in school to that schedule is stressful. I do feel, though, that I've got support from my friends and my family, all except maybe for my youngest child. My youngest child's like, no, don't do that. Just cook dinner, do laundry.
Do the things that benefit me.
Right. But I think in the long run, setting that example, I had some reflective moments now as we're entering the new year and thinking, I'd be the first person in my family to have, not in my, extended family, but in my immediate family with my brothers and sisters and my parents, I'd be the first one with a master's degree level. So that's really exciting. And I, so it gives me something where I went, yeah, I want that.
Yeah.
So
that's great.
How about you?
I am just hoping to have more experiences with my husband and my kids. So it's something for several years we've owned several businesses, and there's been a lot of focus for the last several years on settling into this community, to working those businesses, just a lot of transition in 2016. And I feel like I've missed some opportunity for some experiences with my kids. We like to travel a lot. They're really good travelers. They're all teens now, so they're easy travelers, which makes it great. And my husband and I both used to travel internationally a lot, and we have it in the last several years, and we're ready to start that again.
That sounds wonderful. That sounds
do you have any goals of where you want to go?
I do. I haven't been to Italy. I've been throughout a lot of places in Europe, but missed
I love
Italy and Greece, and so those are areas I'd really like to try to hit. My son has a real interest in Japan, so we'll see if something pans out for that. The cost of that's a little bit more to bite off, and it might take more than 2017 get us prepared for it, so we shall see. But definitely some more travel.
That sounds wonderful.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's wonderful. Do you have any traditions that you do in your family?
Well, so bringing in the new year, I'm from the Deep South, Mississippi, Arkansas. That's where I was born and raised, and so we do black-eyed peas on New Year's Day. So did you as well?
I always do roast pork, collard greens.
Oh man, you're covering yourself with all of it.
Yeah, because I love. We always have black-eyed peas, but I do Hoppin' John because that's the only way I used to be able to get my kids to eat black-eyed peas. So if I made Hoppin' John, they ate it without really...
What's Hoppin' John?
Hoppin' John? Oh, laws, girl, you're missing something. It's rice and okra and black-eyed peas and tomatoes all cooked down.
So almost like a succotash.
But it's a rice base.
Okay.
So Yeah, and that's a southern, and you have to have collard greens and pork roast on.
And
New
you're
Year's
really
Day.
covering the list there, because there's a list of about 6 or 7 items that you're supposed to eat coming into the first of
Good
a
luck.
new year for good luck, for prosperity, for health, and so.
Honey, I have to cover
Which
all
I
of
know.
them.
I was like, I thought, but
I
it's
don't wanna
funny.
miss any
It's
of
funny looking at the list, because it also includes, good health, and everything on it is bad for your health. So I thought,
Well,
but you,
the collard greens.
not the way we cook them.
I
Come
know,
on, Southern
I
girl.
know. With bacon. And,
Yeah.
I know.
Put a little pork fat in there.
Everything's better with pork fat.
Right. And then I realized I read today something that you're not supposed to have, and I'd never heard this before. Lobster, because apparently they walk backwards, and so you'll go backwards instead of going forward in your life. And then they recommend not having chicken, because apparently they flap backwards. I don't really know this much about chicken, but
I did have that.
this is what I read. I know. I read this today, and I thought, well, we didn't have chicken, so I guess we're okay, and we didn't have lobster, so we're fine there too.
I
but-
did fix my husband escargot for the first course.
Well, I don't think they do anything
they don't do
backwards, so you're probably
They're a little
okay.
slow, but then we're slow. So,
So you might have a slow
might be
2017.
okay. That's
That
all
could be
right.
relaxing.
right.
How about, do you guys do
Nice.
anything traditional or special for a new year?
I make crepes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now, savory or sweet?
Sweet.
Mm.
Yeah.
What are
sweet.
your favorite ingredients in that?
Nutella.
Mm-hmm.
Butter and sugar has always been a big one in my house. If I make a stack, and then the kids just devour
Wow.
it. Yeah, yeah. So crepes is the way to go in our family.
Yum.
That's lovely. My husband loves
yeah.
grapes. So.
Yeah. You really can't go wrong with a crepe. You could put anything in it.
I
and
like
it's
the
fantastic.
savory ones. Yeah.
So.
It's like the French version of a tamale. I mean,
Right.
you can
Right,
just
that's right.
do whatever you want to it.
That's right. Anything.
Have you been to the crepe restaurant downtown?
I have not. I have not.
We visited a couple of times. I definitely love the sweet ones. They do have the Nutella, hazelnut, chocolate spread, and so they put that with the bananas or strawberries, things like that, and really nice to have. I wish that we had in this community. I used to live in Colorado, and there were little street vendors, and they would fix your crepe right up, on the street, just a cart. That's such a nice thing, especially during the winter. When we have such a beautiful little downtown area. If we had,
But
the
more
ability
vendors,
for
because that's
hot chocolate and crepes would be amazing.
or any kind of little vendor. I
little
mean,
roasted nuts
knowing
or-
the craze anymore with the trucks,
Food
the
trucks,
food trucks.
yeah.
Food trucks, that's right.
But the little food carts would be really neat downtown. I think sometimes they have the hot dog. There's a hot dog person
Yeah,
down there.
I've seen that as well. Yeah.
But it would be nice to have something a little more,
Right.
than
it's kind of
just hot dogs.
interactive when you're walking
Yeah.
down there. It's such a beautiful area, and they've
Absolutely.
done so much
And
to
crepes
renovate
lend
that.
themselves to
Yes.
being done very
Right.
quickly. That with a variety of fillings, either sweet or savory.
Right.
Right.
So
We may have to add recipes to this
That's
I know.
to share with our viewers.
there you go.
So, how about goals for as we lead on into 2017? So, we talked about kind of the bigger picture. Is there anything right now? So, we're in January. We've started the year. Anything like right away that you? So, we already talked about you're like not into the fitness thing, which I'm also not doing.
I think about it, and I think better.
It only goes to the thinking, and then you
Just
forget
the
about it.
thinking
Yeah.
stage. It was sort of like Lori Bridgeforth, just thinking about it a little
Yeah,
bit. I don't
that's all
want to
right.
get. I don't not committed to it.
Right. I do a little of that too. I think about how nice that would be, and then I think, but I'm not really into it.
You've got to want it. I'm a person that tends to try to stay in shape. And it waxes and wanes, but, and it depends on my schedule. If I have the time to do it, I love to do it. I love to make it a part of my routine. And then there's just times where it's not conducive. And so,
I think going up and down the steps to my basement, I consider that an exercise.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Actually, my husband has this thing. He will rarely ever take an escalator or elevator because he says
That's
that's if you just go ahead and add that extra
That's right.
walk, those steps into your normal daily routine, then you don't have to do the gym.
I do that,
So-
and I always park far away at the grocery store because that
Go
makes
ahead and
me
walk it.
walk it.
That's true.
So that I count that.
I think you should
and
count that.
I do.
I
I
like
count
it.
that.
I think it's more important to do healthy eating actually than so much the exercise itself. You know, exercise you can kind of work in at any point, but the healthy eating is really something that you need to really
Fresh
focus
vegetables.
better and.
It is the way. I mean, we have wonderful grocery stores here that have lovely fresh vegetables, and I can't tell you the last time I bought anything in a can. I only buy fresh vegetables, and I usually purchase my meat from the butcher, and I try to go like every other day. And I know for you all have families, and it's difficult. It's, you know, my family's, my kids are way grown and gone. And so it's just my husband and I, so I just take that extra little bit of time to shop almost every day on the way home.
Well, I think it's however you know, whatever priority you set, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I was having this discussion earlier today about I'm really bad about not putting myself on the list. So that is another thing that's, you know, I take care of everybody else, and I'm continually thinking about what needs to happen at work and what's going to make the organization better and what can I do for the kids or the house or the husband. But I rarely put myself on the list, and so
That's
health-wise,
the stage of life you're in, too.
Yeah, I guess
That
it
is,
is.
you're in that stage, all
Yeah.
three of you, with children and young husbands and jobs, and you're doing, I think that's the way it's supposed to work.
but making yourself a priority.
You have to.
And you know, that's something I'd like to do this year. I haven't figured out how yet, so I can't totally say it's a goal or resolution because I don't have a plan for it yet. So when I get the plan, it's going to go into 2017.
Will you bring it to us? Because we'd
So
like to hear
right,
it.
yes,
You'll share, won't
yes,
you?
I will share with everyone then. Okay, well, as we wrap up this second show of Chick Chat. Let me say that again. As we wrap up the second show of Chick Chat, we appreciate you all tuning in. We look forward to many more shows in 2017. Have a great day.
And a great year.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers.